Warcraft in week 1, 2 victories already, after, you know, his 5 championships he got in the past 2.5 years. Starbuck, not that decorated, right? He didn't get a big championship or cup win, mostly in the 2-on-2s and in the Clan War leagues. That's where he got his accomplishment, but everybody respects him for how he plays, for how he thinks about the game, and also for, you know, the attitude he brings. That's very good flavor, not, you know, the vanilla kind of guy.
He's gonna go with a bit of a vanilla build, if you will. It's gonna be the fast-tier Headhunter, and that's something to be expected for the whole series, I'm pretty sure. Blade Master only very, very rarely played nowadays in this matchup, and if so, then it's probably either Tom or Hitman or Lin. Everyone else normally sticks with the fast-tier Headhunter, which we see here. XlorD with a DK Ghoul build, that is also normal, and it's gonna be about levels, Neo. It's gonna be about creeping, it's gonna be about levels, and more often than not, the player with the better heroes in the end tends to win.
That is very, very true. We watched Meisterschaft and said, Shadowhunter second, that ain't working. But then I saw Happy playing Orc against Lin on Thursday, and oh boy, did he destroy Lin with that Shadowhunter second. So maybe it's a more viable option than we think. That is definitely the big first decision of the game for Starbuck. Shadowhunter second, TC second. And how heavy is the Soraz gonna be?
And XlorD already starting with the mind games. He's not gonna go to the normal creep camp. The Farseer will always check out the natural or the Claws camp with the Sea Giant normally. But XlorD is going to the little green camp, where he's not getting that much experience, but also the Farseer isn't gonna be looking.
Oh, okay. That's cool. XlorD likes his sidesteps versus Orc, his evasion creeping. But you know, if you can't find your opponent, just go for the base, go for the Acolytes.
Gonna force a narrow, gonna force a bit of lost mining time. If XlorD had gone for the natural, which is a bit risky, or can be a bit risky, actually this scout pattern of the Farseer didn't even cover for that. But anyways, Wolves shouldn't find a kill here. With the Acolyte juggling, XlorD should be able to save those reliably. And the Narrow Tower finishes, and now things get easier. But the tech, I was about to say, should be greatly in favor of Starbuck, but it's actually a pretty slow tech, so not even that big of a lead.
He goes for the, or last week's Lin style, I guess, as that date seems to be outdated now again, with the early attack upgrades. And I really like that. Adds a lot of damage for very little resources and more pressure. Here, Lightning Bolt was already flying, but XlorD gets the last hit, but this is big damage on the DK.
Oh, didn't use the coil to get the last hit. That looks like a big mistake. And it's gonna prevent level 2 because little creep isn't good enough.
Ouch.
Oh, missing 4 experience. That is so bad. That is so bad. This is already a bad early game for XlorD.
I agree. Could get a Headhunter here now, though, with good surrounding skills, which he absolutely has.
Slips out.
Yeah. Little butter ghouls. This is so good for Starbuck.
Yeah, this is a very bad position for XlorD. Like, seriously. This early game, I would say, clearly goes to Starbuck, if he can especially manage to keep his Headhunters alive, which so far is looking successful. Not having the aura, it's so annoying. I know that feeling all too well. Trying to get it now at the green camp, but it's certainly going to cost a few ghouls at least, I would assume. Oh, almost got the last. That was so close. Looked like he almost had it.
Exactly. Okay, that's another ghoul going up to get a coil and getting healed. You know, it's one thing to get an advantage against XlorD. That happened quite a few times, but taking the win off of XlorD and breaking him eventually, that's a whole different pair of shoes, as XlorD is so resistant. And he's getting some kills now.
Yeah. One ghoul died as well, by the way. Or is this the first one? First or second? Not quite sure.
Second.
Yeah, but also, this is going to be the second and probably a third Headhunter going down. So I was about to say, you know, great early game for Starbuck, especially if we can keep the Headhunters alive. But wasn't quite able to. And it's very hard to do that as well. When a top undead, like we saw here, suddenly swarms in with the aura, that's the big opportunity for the undead to get some kills. Ghoul in the main, chasing after the Headhunter. But that one's actually saved. Okay, if that one survives, that means only 2 Headhunters actually went down.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. He needs some salves, etc. Ghoul is trying to knock that down. Oh, XlorD! That Alta would prevent level 3 if it falls, and the second hero, of course. Can't really afford that. I like that move by Starbuck. Something very unconventional we don't see every day, but more pressure on XlorD and more resources.
Lich not quite started yet. Tier 3 first, before the Lich. That's unusual. DK shows up again. The Headhunter was slowed there for a little bit, especially if the collar gets used. This one's also going to be dead.
Moments.
Huh?
Saves all.
XlorD lets that one slip away. He just needed one more right click and a coil, and that would have been a kill. XlorD by no means playing bad, but a few imperfections visible in his play.
Rare sight, of course. So, what's the second hero? TC for Starbuck. He's, of course, listening to almost all of our casts, so probably influenced by you.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier the Shadowhunter second, which Happy displayed, and I was in the same boat as you. I thought Shadowhunter is bad, the TC is going to be under-leveled late game, it's no good. But Happy showed it so well how you can control the map and get far ahead and then still be in a good enough position to level the TC in the late game. Also dependent on the map, of course. On small maps, where there's not many creeps, the TC may not have enough creeps to go around to level in the late game. But in this map, we have lots of creeps, so TC third could work. All that means nothing, because it is no TC third, it's just a TC second. And that one is aimed to creep up heavily right now.
Exactly. Got some other results from the round of 16. Craft defeats Longwalk, and with that is in a match against Hawk for one of the 4 spots that we hand out today for the main qualifier.
Players' forces are under attack.
Man, XlorD, 7 minutes 20, no level 3, not even halfway to level 3. That's a lot of time for Dr. Bucky.
Yeah, this is really bad for XlorD. TC is going to continue to creep here, get level 2 easily, and probably get level 3 before too long. And the Lich is so late, XlorD has a tough time just catching up with creeping. Finally is out now. The natural creep camp isn't even fully there anymore. It's, yeah, tough position for XlorD, but he is very good at coming back from a position where he's behind.
Okay, then. So annoying, this constant pressure on the Acolyte, but yeah, it doesn't accomplish too much anymore. And XlorD is shocking around, trying to go for a creep camp, or creep steal, creep jack, but I don't think Starbuck allows that.
One ghoul goes down in the main. XlorD didn't put it back quickly enough. Finally finds the creep jack though. And now XlorD needs to do big damage to come back in this game.
Okay, then Stomp on 3 ghouls. That's nice. But the Headhunters don't have their upgrade yet. Tier 3 is not finished. Catches the Raider. Is Coil Nova strong enough on level 1? Oh my. How quickly Starbuck realized that the weakness is the DK. Trying to stomp him. That would have been the kill as... yeah, then he can't go for the town portal. Salvaging a little stressful situation super well, super quickly.
Thank you, by the way. Vetala with a first-time sub, Alps with the 23 months, and Cybernetic Force with a 5-month resub. So does Rara land.
People say you might have to refresh the overlay, as that's currently bugged sometimes, unfortunately. We're on it, fixing it, but can't find the solution for this yet. Anyway, TC, super tanky, +6 already. But we're waiting for the Shadowhunter. It's in training now at 50%. Berserker upgrade is done too. Ah, that feels good when these Headhunters are not that fragile anymore. And that's map control for Starbuck. Quite a bit. First the Merchant, now the Marketplace. All the good spots.
We expect him to make his way south soon, though. There are so many great creep camps to go for in the south. XlorD is going to take one of them right now with the red camp, the Murgle. Trying us around, probably. Okay, he got it. I was about to say, you see, things aren't going so well for XlorD, but he does close this round here. Gonna pick up the big item. Hellstone, always good. But XlorD also in severe need of a 3rd hero.
Right on. Dark Ranger, probably the hero of choice. Everything else would greatly surprise me. We have a lightning shield on Starbuck, paired with a TC. That's never bad, until there's, of course, the spell. But there's also wolves to dispel, and maybe hex to dispel. So there might be a chance for that to have great impact. Love Starbuck researching reinforced defenses. This is something orcs tend to skip because they're greedy, and then they get punished for it. When the only way back into a series or into a game is for the undead to storm your base and annihilate your burrows with destroyers. With a cement upgrade. Ain't happening.
Fast level 2 on the Shadowhunt is also wonderful to have. Hex and Heal Wave now. We want to go for the Hex right away on the Dark Ranger, so she can't use the silence, ideally. The TC's got the Invo Potion. XlorD, did he get the second one from the shop? No, got the Heal Scroll instead. Fighting without an Invo Potion for XlorD, certainly a bit dangerous.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you, Freddy PX5, for the 8-month resub. XlorD wants to brawl now. Supply is quite even. Starbuck just researched the 3rd attack upgrade. How good is the silence? Okay. Wants to get the turtle. Somehow goes to the orc though. It's 1 Headhunter down, but he got the big items. Scroll the Beast, Invo Potion, 2 Headhunters down, and the TP. Okay, that was a good moment for XlorD, but he's still not ahead.
Yeah, that was a sick creepjack though. He got 2 Headhunters and the Raider as well. And the perfect timing for the creepjack was thanks to the Shade. Yes. The Shade is finding a bit of a resurgence thanks to XlorD. He's been incorporating it more and more into his play. We saw it in the Meisterschaft. We see it here now as well. And yeah, that knowledge, that vision can be worth a ton like we saw there.
I agree that this is getting better and better, but we have a good engagement here too. Null Overseer against the kill, clause +9. This is a big fight. Destroyer's getting snapped. Boom. Immediately killed! Look at this combo! Wombo combo for Starbuck with the lightning shield. Now Silence though had to morph another destroyer. No more statues on the ground.
Oh, next Dispel comes in. There was a huge heal as well. The Lich in trouble. Oh my god, last coil flies. And that really was the last one. No more mana on the DK. He's got the Zoe Mask. He's regenerating. Everything is running out of mana here with the exception of the Lich. He's got a lot more Novas he can use.
Right on. Not spamming it at the moment. Goes for the Lich again. There is no coil. Has to pass something. Healthstone, for example. Dust settles. Almost even supply. But regenerating is not that easy for XlorD. As we said, no statue on the ground. Only now. 1/4 away from being finished. And Starbuck, how do you follow this up? This was a big exclamation mark.
Yeah, he's about to get 2 level ups here. SH3 and TC4. Big levels. And he's got great upgrades already. 3-0 on the Berserkers. Would love to see some armor upgrades. Those go a long way.
Especially the first one, man. It's so cheap. Why not go for it? What do we have here? Robe of the Magi. Nice for the Shadowhunter. Soapy Mask on the DK, of course. Nice too. But man, XlorD is still in trouble. He knows what he can creep and when he has to move where to dodge or maybe creepjack. But there's not much left. It's only the red spot.
Yeah, I thought XlorD would try to set up a creepjack at the red spot, like he had the big creepjack earlier, but no, he's gonna give it to Starbuck for free. Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I agree. What's he gaining from it? More mana, more HP, I guess. And now he's storming over.
Imagine if there was a creepjack right now. It would be so sick. But XlorD's too late. He's too slow.
I agree. Maybe miscalculating this a little bit. What's the benefit? Medallion of Courage. Very nice to have on the Shadowhunter. Level 4. Level 2 Wolves. Not that excellent. But level 2 Aura, level 2 Heal Wave, that's what Starbuck wanted. Here's the fight now. XlorD with a tiny bit of a supply lead, but the heroes is all that counts. Hex, no silence at the moment. First one goes through. Dark Ranger in trouble. More and more focus. There's only 1 coil remaining. Healthstone consumed. Is there enough healing? There's so much damage on XlorD's heroes, but he's doing damage to the army.
Lightning Shield being used again. But Starbuck doesn't have much mana. That's the big problem. He doesn't have enough mana to use his spells here. And with that, I think XlorD might be winning the fight. It's far from over, that's for sure. Lich getting ensnared. But these hero kill attempts don't work. The Invo was there. The Hellstone was there. And Starbuck focusing too much on the heroes here, probably. Finally, the DK's level 4. The Dark Ranger's getting closer to 3. And the undead hero levels may start to take over.
Oh man, Starbuck also went for an expansion in the meantime. So many resources, maybe a Hail Mary already, as the supply lead is growing and growing and growing. That fight didn't work out. No TP for Starbuck. Could have gone away with the heal scroll. What's the Shadowhunter doing? He needs to heal himself and does and survives. Also Invo Potion. Starbuck fighting tooth and nails. The entire game seemed to be his, but the last fight for XlorD is superb.
Classic XlorD. Behind the whole game, struggling, having a tough time, finding his opportunities, and then somehow, out of nowhere, he gets the snap. And now he's in the lead.
Ain't over yet, though. Ain't over yet. Oh, another Headhunter. Misrallied, I guess. XlorD has to scout that Great Hall. Bottom left-hand side, 2/3 done. That might be Starbuck's win condition.
Level 3 Dark Ranger, that's a big level up. Now we have the big skeletons from the Dark Ranger, and 8 more damage on the Black Arrow. Not to be underestimated. XlorD making it to the shop. He's going to get the next Invo Potion here as well. Notable mention, also the Zoe Mask. That one helped so much in just cranking out that one last coil when he needed it a couple of times.
Right away. Also, that level 4 level up gave a couple of stat points, and with that, of course, mana points. And the shade is right there. XlorD knows.
Alright. Game deciding moment. If Starbuck can hold the Expo, he still wins this game, but XlorD has a scary army now. Strong heroes. Destroyers morphed. 4 in the air. Expo cancelled. Starbuck may have to fall back.
And that is more peons falling. That is more skeletons rising. And of course, the heroes too. We're approaching level 4 Lich territory.
yeah.
And if there's a person in the world who knows how scary a level 4 Lich is, it's definitely Remo Neo.
Slippers on the ground! Dark Ranger! Ah, he doesn't see it. Okay. But that level 4 is super strong, indeed. More intelligence on the Lich, and he can eat those skellies for tons of mana. In we go. Stomp coming off, being used just against the skellies mostly. Hero focus on the DK. Maybe that's the way to do it. But he's pretty tanky as well, of course. And there's skellies absolutely everywhere. Silence broken through with the Invo Potion. That's the last one, the only one that Starbuck had. Speed Scroll popped, trying to run away, trying to reposition, but the Destroyers dispel it quickly. Death Knight in trouble now. Does he have the time for the Invo Potion? Instant with the Dispel. He saw that Hex coming. Nicely done by XlorD, but dropping low on lots of these heroes here.
Potion dodges with the Dark Ranger, just barely out of range. 2 heroes so close to dying. The army, of course, massive. The coil was there. XlorD's movement with the DK.
Oh.
Impeccable dodges.
Dude.
And snare because he's that damn good.
Uses the Nova so the Raider doesn't get in range. Very nicely done. The DK at the shop. Oh, still in trouble. Hex finds him. He's gonna have to TP. If the TC gets in range, he's dead. Next Hex is coming in. Has to TP out. And the rest of the army kind of stranded now.
Okay, then. Without coil, without aura, what can you still do? 2 heal potions. He's bringing him, but man, XlorD brings the heat. Who needs the DK? If you have core, Nova and right click, zero focus, Farseer saved for now. Oh my god, that Lich. There's no mana on the Shadow Hunter anymore. The DK is coming back. Perfect timing. Incredible.
What a sick game. Can go for Dark Ritual now. There we go. More mana. The DK comes in, has a potion as well. He's got lots of mana to use coils. Stressful moments. We're so close to so many hero kills. Barely they all stay alive. And as the dust has settled, the game is already over. I was about to say, big lead for XlorD. Too big to come back from. GG. 1-0 for the German champ.
God damn, what a nice game to open the series. Tidehunter's always a guarantee for good undead versus orc matches. Can't help but feel that Starbuck threw this a little bit, but as I mentioned after the early game, killing XlorD and taking maps off of him is so damn hard because he always finds that one moment. And yeah, the early game, you said it, a couple of imperfections is I think what you said. But those last fights, man, it felt like XlorD needed a bit time to wake up, and then it was excellence.
Yeah, those Orc versus Undead late game fights, so explosive, so deadly, so hazardous every step of the way. Very fun always to see them. And XlorD just slightly better there. And I wonder if Starbuck had bought more clarities and more mana pots. This could have been his game, maybe. But he still has a chance to win it. Down now, 0-1. This is best of 3. We're going to go to the second map in a moment. First, we thank Freddy PX5 with the 8-month resub and Slash with the €5. Says, today is the International Day of Friendship. So here are €5 for my friends of Back to Warcraft. Go, go, Ducks!
Isn't he lovely?
Just a class act. Just a class act. Shout out to Slash. Is there a is there a second Duck still in the running, or is this just Starbuck?
It's Krav, of course.
Krav against Hawk, that's true. Happy defeated Kevin, by the way. Update, that's no surprise. Yeah, quick Krav. Can he beat Hawk? Not impossible, I'd say.
I will check a couple of streams. Maybe someone is streaming. I think Hawk is streaming. So hopefully we'll get some results from there. And of course, if you guys get some results from somewhere, let us know in the chat. I'll be observing whatever you say. Yeah, Hawk is streaming, so we'll definitely get updates. And I got my eyes glued to that. We got concealed, Mr. Remo Neo.
We sure do. This is Blade Master? No way, right? No. Farseer with a fast tech this time around, I think. So, on the first map, Starbuck played a very slow tech, invested heavily into the Headhunters right away. This time around, it's going to be a bit different. And I think that makes sense as well on this map. It can be very tough to contest the undead creeping on Tidehunters, where it's very easy to creep and you can move from camp to level 3 pretty quickly. Here, camps, much harder to take, probably, with DK Ghoul creeping. The first 2 camps are easy, but beyond that, things get a lot tougher.
Okay, then. We'll see if Starbuck can improve and make these 1 or 2 better decisions that he needs. But yeah, XlorD has voiced multiple times how much he hates this matchup, how much he hates everything about it. Every unit, every hero. But so far, it looks pretty damn good. Farseer out, instant harass.
Second burrow. Before barracks. Wait, what?
Wait, is he skipping everything?
Is he going Wyvern?
Are under attack.
He going Wyvern? He mad?
That is unusual. Creep route by XlorD also a bit unusual, same as before, going for the safe green camp where it's not going to get harassed and lose too much HP. Wolves again, summon into the main, Narrow Tower forced. I feel like it might be worth to just upgrade the Narrow Tower by default nowadays. Like, the Farseer basically always shows up to harass.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Got a little report from Hawk versus Craft, by the way. They're on springtime. And Cheeky Craft is expanding in the middle where there's no protection anymore.
Krav. A very special, cool guy.
Okay, then. No Acolytes falling. All on 50%, but that's about it. Maybe a second round of Wolf attack, but XlorD will make sure that these are not falling. And Ghouls creeping on the left-hand side. I really like this multitasking so far.
Yeah, pretty cool. That's level 2 for the DK. Now Starbuck knows what's up. There's basically only one camp where the Ghouls could have been, which was that one. 2 of them very hurt. But Starbuck not looking to find the stragglers.
Not yet, at least. Will he move north? No. Okay, so they're all safe. Acolytes are safe again and full HP again. Thank you, Blade Regeneration. And the first heroes, will they take a bath together now?
Ooh, Craigasm. But the Farseer not willing to take that fight until... Oh, he almost surrounded DK there. That would have been sick with the wolves. Wakes up the creeps. Now the bath is ruined for everyone. Well done, XlorD. And I think it's going to be Wyvern. Look at that, 2 peons moving out. That looks like double bestiary. And Wyvern... Very hit or miss, very dangerous. Oh, tier 3 as well. Whoa, Wyvern tier 3 rush. Okay.
Mass air, everybody. I fell in love with that when it was meta for like 10 days or so. If this is going into like Gargs versus Bad Rider territory, this is just peak Orc vs Undead. For me, at least.
Yeah, and of course, the downside, I guess, of this school build is you have very little anti-air for a long time. So, once there's like 4 Wyvern out, and a Storm lands, Starbuck could find kills pretty quickly. But also will need to start creeping very soon. This TC will need to level. And with the first 2 Wyvern, creeping is doable. The problem is you're always only tanking with a TC, so it's always going to drop low, unless you use Wolves. All that is to say... I'm not so familiar with the creep patterns here. XlorD gets a scout off, and now he knows.
Okay, these 3s are finished. But yeah, he definitely knows. He also sees no reinforced defense or anything. This is a super greedy build. Shop super late, tech super fast. This can work, but you can also fall flat on your face. What's the reaction by XlorD? Is it a Garg, or is he switching to Fiends? So far, I guess, Lich... Then he can coil Nova. Air units, of course, statues for that region, so he can coil Nova even more. But then he has to make a decision when it comes to his unit choice.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see XlorD skip tier 3 for a little while and go double crypt. Whether it be Fiend or Gargs, he's going to need some sort of anti-air. Both are playable. And XlorD's going to decide for Fiends. Fiend production starting now. But until he has a good amount of them, plus web is going to take some time. Hence, the double crypt could make sense, but it seems like XlorD not going to try to go for that.
Okay, steal maybe? Nope, doesn't get it. Hawk took the 1-0 off of Craft, so both of the Ducks struggling here in their decider matches. But yeah, these Wyvern... I mean, Fiends can be a trap. If you get a critical mass of Wyvern out, then Fiends vanish. But XlorD will make double sure that this is not happening to him. Very, very early Sacrificial Pit prior to tier 3.
It's a 6 minute 30 and Venom Spears, by the way. That's I think I've never seen it that fast. Also helps with creeping. And yeah, creeping is needed. This TC is still looking very underleveled. Farseer having a nice Chain Lightning can also help. The Wolves can also help. And XlorD, if he gets caught here... The thing is, there's no Hex, so he may always be able to just run away. Because I don't think XlorD can fight right now.
No, never. This is super late tier 3 by XlorD against a super fast tier 3, so that will pay off at some point. Oh, he goes for the pull. Does it work?
There's a
Is he
sentry
coming?
there. XlorD knows this is happening.
Yep. But I think Wyvern damage is... Oh, too much. Here I am. But there is also XlorD.
Oh, Nova.
Even... Oh my god. Oh my god. Doesn't even blink an eye.
Cloak of Flames, not bad for the TC. If he finds himself inside the ghouls and fiends, that can be good damage.
A player's forces are under attack.
But still lacking the levels.
Starbuck already transitioning into Raiders. I wonder if it's just this one token Raider for lockdown or if he completely switches over.
Yeah, I would assume just a bit of Raiders and have mostly that DPS up in the air. No third hero, by the way. Shadowhunter can be a great addition, but he's playing a dual hero only, so this is super glass cannon. All damage, no heal.
Yep. All gas, no brakes. If he plays it fly style, he could still add the Shadowhunter super late once he got the levels on Farseer and TC. But then we'll see if there's still experience left on the map. Toby Mask, excellent. Excellent on the other side, Scroll of the Beast. As there is no dispel for the Orc, can be a very potent item.
There we have the level 3 TC, finally, and this is where things get a bit scary. XlorD knows what's going on with his opponent. He's got the Shade once again. His new favorite unit, it seems like. And he knows an attack to the main base could be coming. That's always a danger with Wyvern. Pop the speed scroll, run in, kill Acolytes quickly, especially effective during the tech.
Oh yeah, next red spot. Going to XlorD though. Item on his side, Room of the Magi. Lich will be happy about that, but off we go. No more lames.
No TP. XlorD. Now the TP is used. It seemed a bit late, but fair enough. One Wyvern died already, by the way. And a second one dies to the towers as well.
And the third one? Ooh.
Good focus. Oh, there was a third not in range of the TP. That's another one going down. Ooh, painful for both.
As I said, you need Wyvern in critical mass. Otherwise, they don't work. And if you lose them, you get further and further away from that critical mass. So that was big losses.
Sacrificial Skull. XlorD now ready to set up an expansion. Of course, Starbuck can always just go Tiny Great Hall as long as he's got the resources for it, which at the moment is not the case. But might be the case soon.
I have another result. Dice defeated Armin. So the Cinderella story of Armin after defeating Foggy did not continue. It was a rude awakening 2-0. And so far, Dice and Happy making it through.
Thank you, Looney LMD with a 10-month resub. Alright, Wyvern run by again. Quick reactions with the Acolyte, not losing that one at all. Of course, the towers are scary for the Wyvern. Good defense by XlorD. And again, the Shade, let him know early. This Shade is really working out well.
Yeah, perfectly. Perfectly. Stressful game for Starbuck, man. He really has to get a win. Otherwise, XlorD's tier 3 will kick in with full force. And then Wyvern are just not competitive anymore.
And the Shade again perfectly sees what's going on. XlorD is looking for a bit of a creep jack, maybe.
A player's
Dark Ranger also is going to be a big upgrade for XlorD, but he's a bit too broke right now.
Not much longer. I love that he goes for that first defense upgrade super early, even prior to the first attack upgrade. It's already good armor type versus Wyvern, and if you increase that one from 0 up, that helps tremendously. What's next? Like, there's not much left on the map, but nobody really wants to fight either.
That's a tough call to make now. What's the best next move? Expansion, risky. Attacking into the opponent's main base, risky. Oh, the TC finds the big mana potion. Oh man, that's a wonderful item. And level 4. Big
Dude,
level
his
ups here for the player.
entire inventory. Ring of Protection, superb against Lich Focus. Cloak of Flames, amazing if you stand in the middle of like 5 units. Sobi Mask, Potions, all great.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we gonna see a fight now? No silence! As long as there's no silence, I feel like Starbuck is favored in this fight.
Yep. Farseer's getting another invul, I guess. Here. Oh no, they're not. He's getting nuked, and that might be the one mistake. He's out of the fight. He's just going for it. No TP. That's a dead Farseer, I thought. Lich! Long range. Coil to save him. Axon, can he lock him down once more with another end snare, or is it on cooldown? Oh my, fierce fight once again. Can XlorD deal with the Wyvern?
Throw the beast also putting in lots more damage. Great splits now on the Fiend. Stomp comes in once more, but this Lich is saved. Farseer, Chain Lightning, he's half dead. But he's gonna have to fall back again. And XlorD's picking him apart right now. One web after the next. That's it. GG, well played. Starbuck will not make it today. XlorD, all winner.
Damn!